So Martha's Choice, the marketplace, is a food pantry, the largest marketplace or the largest food pantry in Montgomery County. Last year we distributed 1.6 million pounds of food to over 6,000 families.
We've moved double the food out to families that we used to as of last year, out of a small convent basement with an amazing team.
So St. Gabe's Hall, basically kids, primarily from Philadelphia, committed some sort of crime. As opposed to going into the judicial system, they would come to St. Gabe's. Now there's a school there, and the dorms over there, and there's also the Mitchell program. And the Mitchell program kind of taught kids kind of some coping skills through through farming, through taking care of animals. There's the Mitchell program on this side of the street and St. Gabe's on that side of the street. The Mitchell program butts up against the Audubon Society and the trails. The property is for sale, ultimately. It's a matter of how long it takes to make this sale. And so as a result, our bosses wanted some programs developed out of the space since it was available.
I've known Patrick, who's the executive director, for like 10 years. We worked together before at Trader Joe's. And my mom died in December, and I was kind of like re-examining stuff and wanted to look at, what do I want to do with my time? I wanted to volunteer here, and he and I had a conversation over in the hall late at night, which is completely empty. It's pretty eerie. And the next day he called me and he's like, hey, maybe I have a job for you.
Patrick's always wanted to build a farm. And so he had the thought to really kind of take this farm to another level.
This has been the long time dream, is to have a farm like this.
We talked to all our bosses, told them our plans, got approvals, and we started building a farm. We hired Jesse as the farm development manager.
This is Buster here, my buddy. We've been together for about 7 years, and it's a new adventure for him too. Hey, Buster?
The first thing we did was we partnered with the Montgomery County Anti-Hunger Network to store food for all the pantries in Montgomery County. Sometimes food's available for free or for really low cost, so this was a great kind of win for us to be able to store huge amounts of food at the hall and then distribute it to different pantries as they needed it. We partnered with Aclamo to help grow some of the vegetables for our Hispanic community that we don't typically get, like tomatillos, cilantro, peppers. We partnered with HopeWorks to grow produce.
So each of these raised beds is a group, a different group, saying they're participating in evolving the food system in Montgomery County to help people.
So the crystals represent the students from before, like who lived here, and to shine light and how the growth and all that came about, and that they're still part of the community here.
This land hadn't been grown in like 20 years. So we're hoping to get between 5,000 and 15,000 pounds of potatoes out of here. We got this one planted, and there's 2 over there. Got the corn here, and we got potatoes up there, and corn over there. And this is, again, a project we were doing with a partner organization, Garden of Health, that we wouldn't have been able to do by ourselves.
We started this project, when the snow was melting, and now we're building a community garden for Lower Providence Township, and we've got our community garden here. So it's a lot that happened in a very short amount of time. We just want to thank all the partners that were able to help make that happen for us.
I would say it's been one of the most hectic, beautiful, amazing times I've ever had, you know. I'm partnering with colleges and universities. We've got Penn State and Cabrini, but we also have a lot of individuals that have seen what we're doing or already know about the pantry and want to help out.
The most beautiful part about what we're able to do with the food pantry is bring people together from across all kinds of backgrounds into what is essentially a very small space, a nun's basement, and have those people working together towards a really beautiful end, which is bringing food to people that need it. The mission of Martha Stewart's Marketplace is to build community through access to healthy food. And so this is an opportunity to do that in a beautiful venue. We're doing it by working in the soil and getting food out of the ground, hopefully foods that are going to be specifically meaningful to the different cultures that we're serving.
Since the pandemic occurred, we've had a sharp uptick in our Hispanic clientele, going from roughly 30% of our clientele to somewhere around 60%. I mean, we went from serving about 250 families per week to over 700, very quickly.
These families are coming from all kinds of backgrounds, everyone from working families. We got two parents working maybe 4 jobs between them, all the way to senior citizens living on a fixed income, and people for whatever number of reasons need some help accessing food. Montgomery County has a particularly high cost of living. That can be a real struggle for a lot of people, especially a lot of families with children.
We're all a bunch of musicians and sort of artistic people who have a lot of operational experience, and we have the opportunity. We have a 10-acre farm, and we can be creative. And it's going to turn into, I think, more than the sum of its parts,
This is an opportunity to serve and create and be creative and attend to all of these challenges and injustices that are all around us. This is a venue to do all of those things. What's next for this farm? I mean, we hope to just bring more people together, bring more food out of the ground, learn about our community even more.
We have some great ideas, but we don't know how long we have this farm.
It's evolving, it's growing. We'll see what it turns into.
I've always been of service. All my life I've worked in service. But this is truly amazing. Just because of the people, because of all the people there. They're, like I said, they're all about helping their community. And this, if we can keep this, it would be the whole circle. We would be providing the food, we would be growing the food, and then get the community involved in farming it, in planting it, in harvesting it. It gives you a sense of purpose, especially people with challenges, with mental illnesses. They are really, really behind the 8 ball because of the pandemic. They really need to be lifted up. It's all about the mission, and that's what it is. Yeah.